something that we can use completing the square to do is to write the quadratic in what we learned about back in chapter 8, which was a form called vertex form. And vertex form was when we could look at the equation and just identify where that vertex was based on how it was written. This was what the form looked like. Well, actually, it started with y equals. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our idea of completing the square and merge it with our idea of vertex form of a parabola. So first thing is to check that the a value is 1, and it is. So I'm going to do my idea of completing the square. And one of the things that I told you I like to do is I like to have the constant over on the other side of the x squared plus bx term. So I'm going to add 1 to both sides, so I'll get y plus 1 equals x squared plus 4x. Now I talk through the steps in my head, find the b value, which in this case is 4. Half of 4 is 2. 2 squared is 4. So I'm going to add 4 to both sides. So I'll get y plus 1 equals x squared plus 4x. And what I have to do is add 4 to both sides. Don't forget to add it to the others to the left as well. So this gives you y plus 5, and that equals x squared plus, or actually I should factor it now. It's just going to be x plus 2 squared. Remember, the half of the b term is the number. Now what I can do is add that 5 back over, and now I have it written in my vertex form. So it'll be y equals x plus 2 squared minus 5, right? Because when you bring it over, it's minus. So you're like, whoop-de-doo, Miss Lean, right? But now we can see the vertex. Do you remember what the vertex would be? Vertex is going to be at -2, -5. So we know where the vertex is. We can answer the question. It says, what's the minimum value? And remember, the minimum was a number that was related to the vertex. So the minimum value of y is -5. Because it says find the minimum value of the equation, and the minimum is 5. I'm sorry, -5. All right, let's look at another. In example 5, it's very similar, but we have a negative a value, and I told you it only works when the a value is 1. So I also told you that when the a value is not 1, you divide by the a value. So I'm going to divide everything by -1. Now it doesn't easily cancel out the way that it did last time because I have a y instead of a 0. So what I get is -y equals x squared minus 2x minus 7. And I'll get to that -y later. So just like all the other steps, I'm going to move that 7 over to the left. So it's -y plus 7 equals x squared minus 2x. Half of the b value squared, add that to both sides. So the b value is -2. Half of that is -1. -1 squared is +1. So I'm going to add 1 to both sides. So that gives me -y plus 8 equals, I can factor right now, it's x minus 1 squared. Bring that 8 back over, you get -y equals x minus 1 squared minus 8. And then you have to undo that negative sign that you put over there. So everything changes signs. You get y equals negative x minus 1 squared plus 8. So the vertex, if you're still with me, is at 1, 8. It's a downward parabola because it's negative. So if we want to find the maximum value, we would say the maximum is 8. This one doesn't necessarily have anything to do with completing the square, but while we're on the idea of vertex form, we can look at this one. It says which of the functions could be represented by the graph, and then we have to explain. So it's a downward parabola. It's a frowny face parabola. So anything positive is out. So it can't be M. And now let's look at other characteristics we can eliminate. F has a vertex at -4, 8. And this vertex is clearly at something positive. -4, 8 will be over here. So it's not F. Let's look at G. G has a vertex at 5, 9. So that could probably be it. There's nothing else to eliminate it. And if we look at P, this has roots at 2 and 8, and these could be 2 and 8, maybe. So let's say G and P. I'm not going to actually make us write out the explanation. We'll just talk it through. It's G of X because it's a frowny parabola, downward facing parabola, and it has a vertex at 5, 9, and the graph, both of those could be true. And it also, or I guess, it could be P of X because P of X is a downward facing parabola and it could have roots at 2 and 8. Let's look at another example. The function y equals -16x squared plus 96x represents the height of a model rocket x seconds after it is launched. We have to find the maximum height, so that's very similar to what we just did, where we had to find the maximum using completing the square. And then we have to talk about the axis of symmetry, but we'll get to that in a moment. So I'm going to write down my parabola, y equals, or my quadratic, -16x squared plus 96x. The first step is to make sure that everything's where it needs to be. The second thing is to divide by -16. So don't freak out. We're just going to write y over -16 equals x squared minus 6x. Now we're going to add half of the b squared to both sides. So it's going to be y over -16 plus 9 equals x squared minus 6x plus 9. If you don't know where I got the 9 from, it's because I did half of -6 squared. Okay, let's keep going. This is now a perfect square trinomial. It's x minus 3 squared. Let me now bring down everything else. I have y over -16 plus 9 equals, okay. So then you're like, what do I do now? So what you do now is you bring that 9 back over. So it's y over -16 equals x minus 3 squared minus 9, and then you multiply everything by -16 to make the y go back to normal. So you get y equals -16 times x minus 3 squared. You just make it a coefficient, and then you have to do 9 times 16, which is 144. So the maximum height represents the vertex. The vertex is at 3, 144, which means the maximum height is at 144 feet. So that's the answer to the first part. And now let's talk about this symmetry line. The symmetry line is on the vertex. So the symmetry line is at the point 3, 144, and the symmetry, the axis of symmetry, would be at x equals 3, because that's the x value of the vertex, right here. So what does 3 stand for? Well, 3 is the x value, and x stands for seconds. So the interpretation of the symmetry would be that that's the number of seconds it is at the vertex. So that's how many seconds it takes for it to reach its maximum height. All right, so that's what I wrote. 3 seconds is how long it takes to reach the maximum height, which we know is 144 feet. And I just looked over on the right, and I think I overused my colors because there's just a lot of colors going on. All right, if you have any questions, write them down and ask me when you talk to me next.